My brother Mark and I have always been close. I wish everyone could have someone like Mark in their life. He is such an amazing human being. We have gone on trips together and adventures together, and we've climbed mountains together, and he always pushes me outside my comfort zone. But he knows that that's where the magic happens, and that's where you grow as a person. And every trip that I take with Mark, I come back a better person, and I come back setting my sights on goals that are even higher than I imagined before. It's such a gift that he gives me.
When I was diagnosed, they told me 5 years was the average lifespan. So I've exceeded expectations, which is good. But I feel the clock ticking pretty much every day.
Hey team, it's Mark in Seattle. I began last month a new chemo drug. While it's actually put me in remission for the first time in my 6.5 years of having myeloma, it's kind of kicking my ass in terms of side effects. The thought of climbing Kilimanjaro was really cool, but the coolest part was, for me, the opportunity to spend 8 days doing something together off the grid as a team. So I am, with a heavy heart, having to take a pass this year.
Mark is a perfect example of someone who, when you're dealt lemons, makes lemonade. He lives his life with joy and happiness. Mark decides what kind of day he's going to have, not the cancer. And he takes the power away from the cancer and gives it the finger and says, I'm going to live my best life every day. Mark is an unrelentless warrior when it comes to raising money for research to find a cure for cancer patients. No matter what he puts his body through, he keeps going. Friends call Mark a force of nature, and that completely fits him. He's a warrior when it comes to raising money for cancer, and he's not going to stop until they find a cure. Cancer doesn't define Mark. It never has, and it never will. For Mark, having a cancer diagnosis is just another mountain to climb. Another way to put one foot in front of the other and just keep on moving. And as his sister, it's my honor to be on that journey with him, helping him raise money in any way I can.
Hi, I'm Beth. I'm Laura's sister-in-law, and she wanted me to say a few words to help you understand what a couple of working mothers in their 50s are doing in the dead of winter training for an Olympic distance triathlon. And the answer to that, of course, is Mark, my husband, her brother. We cancer fighting fundraiser extraordinaire. I could tell you about times that Mark has literally sprung into action to save people's lives. I can count 3. I could tell you about things he's enabled for Outward Bound students, for his friends, for our entire family in life-changing adventures and experiences. But I think what I want to tell you about is what he's like as a cancer patient, and how he's chosen to take this journey of living with an incurable cancer. He's at Seattle Cancer Care Alliance 2-3 times a month, and he's either getting drugs to fight his cancer or getting drugs to help his body sustain the drugs fighting his cancer. And we don't hear a lot about it. At the dinner table, what we hear from Mark is him talking about his 17-mile run that day, and it's his way of sticking it to the cancer and saying, I'm the one that's gonna have the biggest impact on my body. And, he's really the hero of his own life and all of our hero.
Whether it's climbing to Everest Base Camp, like Mark did last year and raised collectively with his group $200,000, or running the New York City Marathon, or the Boston Marathon, or climbing mountains in Patagonia, or running triathlons, Mark's not going to stop, and neither will we until we raise enough money to save his life.
Whether you're climbing a mountain or just trying to get through another day of crappy side effects, I don't begrudge any challenges I've faced, because for me, it builds character and it reinforces that I can get through the next thing.
Mark gives so much hope to those who are going through the same thing that he's going through. And in their darkest hour, when they feel like they've been given a death sentence with a terminal diagnosis, he's there to show them that there is hope and there is a way to live with cancer.
I don't know how long I'm going to be around. I mean, that's part of living with myeloma. But your life and your diagnosis is what you make of it. Be part of the solution in whatever form you choose. I'm still going to fight it, if not for me, for the next generation of folks that are going to get diagnosed and be in my same boat. That's my way of giving cancer the finger.